but a child, wasn't it?
Let's see how much of my old lessons you remember. On your guard! You dare!
Ready? 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 Yes!
I slipped.
Now is my chance to... Wait, something's wrong.
Oh, you had a chance to defeat me, and yet you withdrew. Why?
I sensed you were luring me into that rocky defile. Had I followed, my spear would have been useless in the tight confines.
The princess I used to know would have leaped to defeat me, despite the unfavorable terrain. It seems you've learned my lessons well. Study the terrain if you want to live to fight again.
Still, it was your best chance to defeat him. Our style focuses on tenacity and defense over all else. But the truth is, one must have the courage to leap into danger to seize victory. That is why I could never defeat you when we were younger, right?
It seems you have watched me closely, Lord Wilhelm. So, how did the Hunters of the Evil Sword fare against your Silver Wolves?
They are Master Johann's students, of that there is no doubt. Individually, each is a better fighter than most of my Silver Wolves, though they are no match for me.
Anyone would fall short when compared to the Lightning Lance, Lord Wilhelm himself. Now, if you are satisfied with our performance, there is something I must tell you. I have information. Information regarding the Azure Knight. The Azure Knight has once again appeared in Ostrheinsburg. If he regains his power and organizes an army of Malfested,
Our kingdom here on the banks of the Rhine will not be spared.
still, his power is yet incomplete, and his force is small. If we are to take Ostrheinsburg, there is no better time than now.
I need time to consider this. Come with me and tell me everything you know. Nothing is permanent, is it? Master Johann, you, everything in this world changes. It is unavoidable, but I believe my heart is made up. If I survive this, I will return. Farewell.
I thought I'd find you here. You are easy to read. How pathetic. Unable to recognize even your own daughter, haunted by ghosts of your past. And you're no different, Hilde.
You may be right.
Soon, night will come to this kingdom. A dark and terrible thing, in the guise of the Azure Knight. If our people are to survive to see the dawn, the rightful ruler must assume the throne. Take up the sword and spear of our people, Hilde. You are worthy to wield them.
Nova and Frisha Himmel are the symbols of the throne. As long as Father still lives, it is not my place to bear them.
The time to choose has come, Hilde. Or have you forgotten the promise you once made to Sir Grow? Besides, there is precedent. In times of crisis, the warrior best able to protect Wolfkrone has taken them in hand even before their coronation. If this is not a crisis, then what is?
Then it is you who are most suited to the task. Wilhelm the Lightning Lance, leader of the Silver Wolves. Your name is spoken of with awe far and wide.
Stop with this foolishness! I know your heart. I know the yearning you once felt for that spear and sword. That's why I cannot agree with this mad plan to assault Ostreinsburg. On our border, instability rocks the Margrave of Baden. France schemes to expand their territory, siphoning away our forces for imperial interventions. Our problems are national in scope. As long as we remain without a leader to solve them, our kingdom has no future. Hilde, if you lack the resolve to do this, you should renounce your claim to the throne for the good of the people.
Regarding the assault on Ostreinsburg, I have a plan. But if something were to happen to me, I would ask that you lead Wolfkrone in my stead. I entrust this key and this seal into your hands.
I hate this kingdom. If you cannot steal your resolve, if you insist on remaining a mere regent, I will take the final step and do what must be done in your place.
Your Highness, a question burns in my mind. Why do you insist on leaving the bulk of our forces at home?
There is something I must make certain of during this battle, but I cannot say more. I fear I am placing too great a burden upon you and the rest of my bodyguards.
We are your loyal shield, my lady. You need not worry about us. Still, I have never marched to war with so few. I know Master Johann and his hunters are fierce fighters, but is the danger not too great?
For this fight, the fewer the better.
Do you follow Lord Wilhelm's counsel and aim not to rile our neighbors?
That is part of it, yes.
I understand. We will follow you into the jaws of death itself, if need be.
We are almost at the Rhine. Our campaign fares well thus far.
Thanks to the Hunters of the Evil Sword. It is their presence that has ensured our safe passage, despite the harsh road.
Unlike knights, we are much lighter armed and better able to fight in close quarters.
All that is left is to secure a bridgehead on the... Oh. What's this?
Princess, I come with urgent news!
Garabrand? All forces, halt the advance!
Garabrand had traveled by swift horse to deliver grim tidings from the capital. Wilhelm had seized Nova and Frisha Himmel, the symbols of Wolfkrone's throne. Worse, he and the Silver Wolves had fled the castle armed for battle, and none knew their destination. Garabrand lowered his voice as he delivered the final piece of news. King George had disappeared from his dungeon.
Lord Wilhelm has been behaving suspiciously for quite some time. Should we not consider the possibility that he is now our foe and ready ourselves for attack?
No, I refuse to accept that. However, it's true that there were bloodstains found in the king's cell. What could have happened?
If you cannot steel your resolve, if you insist on remaining a mere regent, I will take the final step and do what must be done in your place.
We cannot afford to overlook any possibility, but it is still too early to pass judgment. Gerbrand, return to the castle with all haste and continue to monitor the situation.
As you command. Farewell, Princess. May fortune favor you.
Whatever path we take, it would be suicide to stay here. I propose we leave sentries and move to a safe location to formulate our next plan.
Very well. We shall make for a fortress north of here. We will have to pass through the forest, but it is the quickest road.
As you command. Still, I worry about dividing our forces any more than they already are.
Fear not. Any troops we leave will rendezvous with us before long. We'll leave signs for them to follow.
A wise decision. Come, let us make haste before the sun sets, and we are engulfed in darkness. Lady Hilde, have you finished marking our trail?
Yes, my apologies for the wait. The fortress is still some distance away. We must hurry.
I am in favor of haste. Night is the Malfested's realm.
My lady, the fortress is close now. Sir Johann, what is the matter?
The time has come, my loyal hunters.
Sir Johann, we must hurry. Or is there a problem?
None, for this expedition will end here and now.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Gerhilda, get back!
Let me teach you one last thing, girl who would have been queen. Those closest to you deserve your greatest suspicion, for trust is a weakness that will lead to your downfall.
Master Johann, share one more thing with your foolish pupil. The truth of that rent in your armor.
As I said, this gash serves to remind me of the day I said farewell to who I once was. The day the Azure Knight defeated me. The day the sons I loved and the friends I had died. That glorious day that I was blessed with this incredible power.
I had suspected something was amiss. The organized way in which the Malfested forces arrayed themselves seemed familiar to me.
Unsurprising. You were my most talented pupil, Princess. Your refusal to present an opening I could exploit troubled me greatly. That is why I was forced to step forth to deal with you personally. And now, our little talk is over. Come, hunters. Feast on their souls.
Here they come. Form a defensive circle. I shall take the offensive myself. Gerhilde, Orglinda, Rosweisa, stay with me. Now festive with mine. These are formidable foes. Forgive me! Warriors of Wolf Crone, hold the line until reinforcements arrive.
You fight well for humans. I would expect no less from Wolf Crone's brightest.
We cannot hold the line alone much longer.
Sorry to disappoint you, but no aid will come. We erased those signs you left so carefully. We will kill your princess and open the way for our king, the Azure Knight, to plunge Wolf Crone into a sea of blood and darkness.
We must clear a path for Her Highness to escape, even if it should cost us our lives.
No, Gerhilde. That is not necessary. Isn't that right, Wilhelm?
Your Highness, your enthusiasm for battle is a constant thorn in our side. Why must you always make it so hard to catch up with you?
Why are the Silver Wolves here? We made sure to erase every sign she left.
This forest was mysteriously filled with carved markings that had been wiped out. I'm sure some overly clever person carved them specifically so that it would be obvious if they were tampered with.
I see. So you suspected us all along. You lured me into a trap.
Silver Wolves, forward! No mercy for the Malvested!
Wilhelm! I knew that you would reach us.
I noticed the Malfested had employed cunning tricks of late, and suspected a puppeteer was pulling their strings. When King George was taken, my suspicions turned to certainty. Still, using yourself as bait to lure the mastermind out. You are far too reckless.
And who was it who said that one must have the courage to leap into danger to seize victory?
You win, I yield.
Wonderful. Now, time to leap back into danger.
The Lightning Lads, the Silver Wolves. You are more formidable than I thought.
Johann Durer, servant of the cursed sword, your forces have lost. If you have any pride left, you will face me in battle.
A shame. I would have liked to take this prize along with me, but it seems I'll have to let him out here. It's unfortunate, but I must postpone our duel for another day.
Coward! You will not escape!
Watch out! Above you!
Lady Hilde! I won't let you touch her!
Gerhilda! Can do to fend off his blows. My sword arm will soon tire. At this rate. Wilhelm, report! What is the status of our forces?
Not good. Those unable to fight have withdrawn, and those remaining are struggling just to protect themselves. It is foolishness to engage in a battle of endurance against a Malfested. However, his corruption is our opportunity. I will stop him, just like I once did. My left arm is yours. However, to sleep!
Wilhelm! How could you sacrifice your left arm? Your spear is our kingdom's pride!
The blade I stabbed him with is coated in an ointment that puts Malfested to sleep. As it takes effect, his movements will slow.
You were trying to spare Father's life, you noble fool. And I am the greater fool for refusing to give up on him.
I despised Wolf Krone, you know. I couldn't forgive it for forcing you to shoulder all its troubles, for never letting you truly live. But you never gave up. You never stopped fighting for Wolf Krone, or its people. In my eyes, you are the only one fit to lead our kingdom. Take them. You and no one else are worthy to bear their weight.
I will. But am I strong enough to wield them? I am unsure. And yet, they feel strangely comfortable in my hands. It does not matter that you are my father. Anyone who would harm my people is my enemy. I am Hildegard von Krone, Regent of Wolf Krone, and in the name of the throne, George von Krone, I will defeat you!
Battle 1.
lived on in my heart. Nevertheless, I cannot let the people suffer for my sufferings fellow student, what fun!
KO!
Witness my power!
Battle 2! Fight!
It brought me joy to know you still remember them fondly. Those happy memories still inside. But
Battle 3! Fight!
the time has come for us to look to the future. I will defeat you, a mere ghost now, of days long gone. Hey! Enough! Ready? Behold my power! The wolf roars! It fights! It tears asunder! Consider this loss an honor!
Hilde, is that you?
Father?
I could hear your voice through it all. I caused you so much suffering. You've grown strong enough to rule our people. Now, the time has come. You cannot allow me to bring any more misfortune upon our kingdom.
I understand. I must do my duty as Regent of Wolf Krone.
True warriors think not of themselves, but of others. Hilde, you don't have to do this. Sometimes, a queen is allowed to put her own feelings ahead of her responsibilities.
Wilhelm! I must be strong.
Ever since the day you became regent, we have done nothing for you. You have carried all the responsibility on your shoulders. So let me share your burden. Let me bear this weight.
Wilhelm, is that you? I'm sorry. Please, watch over Hildegard, my beloved daughter.
As you command.
Hilde, does the wound still pain you?
I received it defending you, Lady Hilde. It is not a wound, but a mark of pride. More importantly, you look majestic. The elegance of the silver wolf armor and the bright red glow of your hair form a stunning image, a passionate swirl of color amidst a noble and gallant form, not to mention...
That's enough, Gerhilde. This is not some dress meant to flatter the figure.
Of course, you would look dazzling in anything. I have a lovely lavender dress that...
I give up. To think the day would come that I would lead the Silver Wolves, a royal regiment of Wolf Krone's finest soldiers. You will not change your mind? You will leave Wolf Krone?
I will. My left arm will be useless for some time. And the Silver Wolves cannot be led by a man unable to fight, right? Besides, there are many ways I can aid our land from abroad. Thankfully, I have one already in mind. I'll experiment, see how best I can help.
I see. If that is how you feel, I will not try to stop you.
Then that's that. If you insist on remaining just a regent, there's little choice.
But know that I am grateful. Thank you for sparing my father's life.
No need for thanks. I had always wanted to disobey the king's direct orders, at least once. Moreover, the idea that Malfested can never regain their minds was proven wrong. It stands to reason there is a chance for recovery, right? Dawn will eventually come, and light will chase away the darkness. As long as you do not waver, the people will believe in you. And that includes me. Now then, farewell.
My lady. You were thinking of Lord Wilhelm, weren't you?
What? Nonsense!
He has been quite active of late, I hear. Negotiations with the Holy Roman Empire, securing supply routes for our troops, searching for allies to help develop armaments, and even visiting with the Aval organization to search for ways to cure malfestation.
You are right. There are no words that can express the depth of my gratitude to Wilhelm.
He is your fiancé. Of course he is in your thoughts. I only wish both of you admitted your feelings earlier.
Gerbrand, don't you start with... No more of this talk. Are the preparations complete?
Yes, Your Majesty. Your vassals and generals are all present. Great crowds of people, too, have gathered in the hopes of laying eyes upon the one who will lead them.
You have done well. Now let us greet them. There is much I must speak of. New plans, new policies, and lingering threats. Soon, the darkness of the Azure Night will once again descend upon our land. But I am not afraid of the many hardships that are sure to come. My people believe in me, and I have but one course. I will lead them out of the darkness and into the light of dawn.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.